CJ, what were the biggest issues in the first half defensively for you guys?
Execution. That's it.
Just overall, completely.
Yep. Yes, sir.
CJ, how challenging is it? Because all week you guys kind of talked about how you viewed this game as an opportunity to kind of put some of the past defensive struggles behind you, and then to have this game, know it means so much, and then allow the Eagles to score in their first 7 possessions. You know, I mean, is it hard when you talk so much about something and then it doesn't follow through?
It's not hard. It's frustrating. But I'll go back to my first answer. Execution. You know, I'll take 10 points if you include the extra point. I gave up a touchdown in the first quarter. I had a very ill-advised encroachment that luckily only was 3 points, but that could have kept them out of field goal position. And at the end of the day, you know, they executed more than we did, and that's what it came down to.
How frustrating is it to have a day like this on defense when your offense was clicking on the other side?
Yeah, well, the offense, they came out hot. You know, they did a great job moving the ball. Special teams did a great job making plays, getting in field positions. So yeah, as a defense, man, we got to step up when the time is needed. We had a few stops, but that was in the second half. But like you said, man, when the team is rolling like that, the defense, we got to make plays. We got to step up.
Throughout the vast majority of your career, you have not been a part of losing. I mean, your time with the Ravens, you've been a very successful player. Has it been, or I guess, how have you handled this year specifically?
Yeah. Well, it's not my first time. We went 5-11 with the Ravens my second year, but we did beat the Steelers twice, so that was like the highlight of that season. But at the end of the day, you know, wins and losses happen in this game. You know, that's part of it. But at the end of the day, it's all about respect. And right now, you know, teams are not respecting us, and you know that's well deserved. Whether you know it's by self-inflicted wounds or you know about the history of the Jets, but you know right now, you know none of that really matters. What the past doesn't matter. The guys out of here, the coaches out of here, we can affect the future, and we can affect right now. And so today we didn't do our job, and you know, the results are the results. You know, but tomorrow. We have the chance. We have the God-given ability to make a difference, and you know that's my mindset every time I come here. And it was all over the field. You know, I saw in the coin toss, no handshake. Cox was laughing at Coach Saleh, when he was fighting for us, trying to get a play call. So I mean, you see that stuff and you feel that stuff, and as a competitor. You know, as a warrior, you know, when you fighting with your brother, that pisses you off, and that's been going on for a long time. And like I said, whether it's from self-inflicted wounds or from stuff in the past, when things change, it's going to change quick. And you know, I come to work every day. I wake up every day with that mindset that the next day is going to be that change. Will that happen, or when will it happen? I don't know, but when it does happen, you know, we're going to be ready for it. So that's my mindset. You know, every time I step on this field, every time I come to work.
Will you remember that? Will you, like, I know you guys don't play the Eagles all the time, but when you think about Fletcher laughing at you guys and not shaking hands, I mean, is that something that sticks in your mind? I mean, have you ever experienced a team do that to you before?
I mean, it's some guys more than others, but you know that's just kind of how the flow of the game was going. So obviously that's something that'll get on the player's skin, you know. But like I said, at the end of the day, when you handle your business and you're doing the things right, teams don't have time to be doing all that laughing. They don't have time to be doing all that stuff because you're punching them in the mouth. And that's what we have to, you know. That just have to be our mindset, you know. And nothing's going to come easy for us. We have to go take everything and not earn it. We got to go take it, and we just gotta really believe that, you know. That's just got to be our mindset, and we got to believe it.
How much did the quarterback change affect you guys, and did you guys prepare for Gardner Minshew?
It didn't affect it at all. They ran the same offense, so we ran our same calls. We did our same defenses, but like I said, you know, they executed better than we did, and they made the plays when they needed to make them.
The CBS sideline reporter said before the game that you told her that you had not prepared for Minshew to start.
No, I said I didn't know that he was starting. So that's that. So like I said, at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter who our quarterback. The offense that they ran was the same offense as Jalen would have played. So you know, we don't practice to prepare for one player. We set up schemes. We might have a certain defense or a certain call in for a player, but we don't base our whole defense off one player. We base the defense off the offense and the play calls that they have set up and the formations that they come from.
So it would be fair to say that you prepared for the contingency of Minshew starting?
We prepare for the Philadelphia Eagles offense. So that's it.
CJ, when you talk about gaining respect as the Jets, you're a player, you have a lot of accomplishments, you have a lot of pelts on the wall. You don't have a lot of guys around you that are as accomplished as you. Is it tough for these younger guys to kind of grasp what you're saying there in terms of going out and taking that respect?
I don't think so. I feel the people that we have here are built that way. It's been times where we all been on the same page and we've seen what that look like, and the times when we beating ourselves or we we're not executing the right way, we've seen how that look. Every great player or every Hall of Famer, everybody start at the same level. So to say that just because we have guys that's not as accomplished or don't have the experience, I don't really believe in that, because at one point I didn't have any experience, and I had to learn on the fly. I had to learn through my mistakes. I had to learn through the leadership and the coaches that I had. And so every player is going to have to go through the same thing. Some get it quicker than others. Some shine more than others in that position for our young players. But we all hold ourselves accountable. We all hold ourselves to the same standard. So we have to make sure that we always on the same page. And when we see things on the field and when we see things off the field, we got to communicate and talk to each other. And that's from top to bottom.
What happened down the encroachment, CJ?
Just a bad play by me. It was fourth down. That was a position where we knew that could have been a hard count. So that was just a very ill-advised play by me.
CJ, don't different quarterbacks have different tendencies? I mean, people can make the argument Minshew and Hurts are very different players. So they might be running the same offense, but certain guys have tendencies and ticks, in terms of things they do poorly in their game. So isn't there a difference in the players and the preparation for each player?
Well, Minshew is a RPO type quarterback. He can run boots. He can run the ball. He can get out the pocket and scramble. All the same things that Jalen does with his game. One could argue Jalen might be the better athlete or have a better arm or so and so. They can always be intangible things like that. But like I said, they didn't change their offense, and we didn't change our defense at the end of the day.
When you said that Fletcher was laughing at Saleh, what do you mean, like when he was near the Jets sideline? Can you describe how that happened?
Nah, I'd rather not. I saw something that it kind of got under my skin, but that just kind of put me in the mindset that at some point we gotta go change and take whatever that's on the field, So I mean, whether it was him, it could have been anybody. It could have been a different team. It really don't matter. The point is that we got to change the narrative, and it's going to take us and only us.
And the handshake, CJ, was after the coin toss?
Yeah.
There was a play late in the game where Gainwell, the running back, went for like 11 or 12 to the left side, and you seemed livid after the play. Like what were you so upset about?
Because they ran the ball.
But were there blown assignments on the play?
No, they just got a good game. It was just just frustrating. At the end of the day, we were trying to get stops. Sometimes we didn't. A few plays they got us on far scheme wise, but it was at a certain point where we knew they was going to run the ball. So we just wanted to get the stop. So that's just the whatever you want to call it, the leadership in me or the fight in me or whatever, that you just don't want to give them an inch. Like at the end of the day, I don't really care about the scoreboard. The way I play is never going to change. Whether a win or loss, we can be up by 40 or down by 40. I'm going to give you 100%, and when I come, I'm going to try to knock your head off at the end of the day. So that's probably mainly what that was about. I was just mad at the time.
You feel like this is an important, You feel like this is an important time for you personally. You're very outspoken, when you want to be, but particularly now. Do you feel like this is an important time for you to kind of step up and let your teammates hear you?
I mean, that's been the same every single week. Some narratives are different based on the game. This after the game today, it was the same. We said it's going to take all of us to change this thing, to turn this thing around. We can't focus on the past. We can't focus on things that happened in the past. All we can worry about is what are we doing today to get better for tomorrow? Because I mean, like I said, we have the ability to wake up tomorrow with the right mindset and get ready for a great football team that's coming here next week. or we can dwell on the past, or you can mope our heads, we can complain and point fingers to do whatever we want. But that choice is up to us.